Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Factify.
It is home to a sleeping supervolcano and a lake so massive that it is bigger than some countries. And it's not just the United States and Canada. This continent is packed with wild geography and unbelievable facts. Have your minds blown with these 25 jaw-dropping discoveries that'll totally change how you see this continent? Get ready to have your mental map turned completely upside down. Part 25. The only continent surrounded by 3 major oceans. North America is one of the most geographically diverse continents on Earth, and it all begins with its unique borders. How many of these did you actually know? It's the only continent bordered by 3 of the world's major oceans: the Arctic Ocean to the north, the Atlantic Ocean to the east, and the Pacific Ocean to the west. This tri-oceanic access gives North America an extraordinary range of climates and ecosystems. From frozen tundras in northern Canada and Alaska to lush rainforests, deserts, and tropical coastlines in the Caribbean and Central America, the continent is a showcase of natural variety. Not only that, North America ranks the 3rd largest continent, covering about 24.7 million kilometers or 9.5 million square miles. So whether it's glaciers or jungles, this continent has a little bit of everything and more. The West Indies, Part 24. The West Indies. North America's southern island chains. In the southern part of North America lies a chain of islands rich in history, culture, and natural beauty, the West Indies, or known as the Western Island groups. Stretching across the Caribbean Sea, these islands are full of surprises. Now, despite the name, they're not actually Western in a global sense. The term comes from early European explorers who mistakenly believed they had reached the Indies of Asia. They definitely didn't know they were in an entirely different continent. The West Indies include 3 major island groups: the Greater Antilles, the Lesser Antilles, and the Bahamas. Together, they form a natural boundary between the Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean Sea. Playing a crucial role in ocean currents, climate, and biodiversity, these islands aren't just vacation spots. They're essential pieces of the North American puzzle. North America's highest peak isn't a volcano. Towering over the rugged wilderness of Alaska is Mount McKinley, also known by its native name, Denali, the highest peak in North America, standing at 20,310 feet. But here's where it gets interesting. Many people mistakenly confuse Denali with Mount Mackenzie, which is a much smaller peak in British Columbia. So let's set the record straight. Denali is North America's tallest mountain, but it's not volcanic. The idea that it's an active volcano is actually a common myth. In contrast, Mount Mackenzie is volcanic, but it's nowhere near the tallest. This mix-up shows how easily geographic facts can get twisted. So if someone tells you the continent's highest mountain is an active volcano in Alaska, now you know better. Only 55 miles apart where North America almost touches. Asia. At the far northwestern edge of North America lies one of the most surprising geographic connections on Earth. Here the continent is separated from Asia by a narrow strip of water called the Bering Strait, and it's only about 55 miles wide at its narrowest point. On a clear day, you can literally see Russia from parts of Alaska. But there's more. 2 small islands sit in the middle. Little Dane belonging to the US and Big Dane belonging to Russia, and they read just 2.4 miles apart. Despite their closeness, one island is almost a full day ahead of the other due to the international dateline. It is actually one of the only places on Earth where you can literally look across the water and see tomorrow. That's just surreal. The tiny strip that holds 2 continents together. North and South America may look like separate continents, but they're physically joined by one of the narrowest land bridges in the world, the Isthmus of Panama. At its slimmest point, it's only about 30 miles wide. Yet, this small stretch of land connects 2 entire continents, and it's actually more than just a geographic link. Here's a surprising twist most people don't realize. The Isthmus of Panama plays a major role in global trade. It's the backbone of the Panama Canal, one of the most important routes on the planet, connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. It's a fragile but powerful connection. This tiny strip of land changed the course of both nature and human history of the Americas forever. Did you know that? Let us know in the comments. Part 20. A border made of water. How lakes divide 2 nations. You won't believe this, but most international borders are defined by fences, checkpoints, or long stretches of land. But between the United States and Canada, much of the boundary is actually made of water, specifically the Great Lakes. and the St. Lawrence River, stretching over 4,000 kilometers or 2,485 miles. This watery border includes Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Erie, and Lake Ontario, along with the St. Lawrence River, which flows all the way to the Atlantic. Together, they form one of the longest undefended borders in the world. This natural boundary not only separates two countries, but it also powers trade, transportation, and fresh water for millions. It's a peaceful divide, but one that shaped history, politics, and the geography of North America in ways most people completely overlook. Part 19. One continent, 5 landscapes. North America's hidden puzzle. North America might look like one massive landmass, but it's actually a mosaic of 5 dramatically different regions, each with its own story. The mountainous West features towering ranges and deserts. The Great Plains are vast stretches of fertile grasslands, ideal for farming. The Canadian Shield is rich in minerals and ancient rock formations. The eastern region is full of rolling hills, valleys, and dense forests. And lastly, the Caribbean offers tropical islands, coral reefs, and vibrant marine life. Together, they showcase North America's stunning physical variety. Isn't that amazing? These 5 regions shape everything from weather and wildlife to where people live and how they thrive. This continent isn't just one landscape, it's 5 ecosystems stitched into one. Most water-rich nations on the planet. Some of its lakes, like Lake Superior, Great Bear Lake, and Lake Huron are so vast they look more like inland oceans. Canada's lake abundance doesn't just shape its geography, it defines ecosystems, fuels hydropower, influences weather patterns, and gives Canadians a nature-filled backyard like no other. It's basically Earth's ultimate water bag. Do you think you could visit a different lake every day and still not see them all? Well, with Canada, it's actually possible. Part 16. Yellowstone Supervolcano. Yellowstone Supervolcano Sleeping Giant. Yellowstone National Park isn't just famous for its geysers and wildlife. At first glance, this looks normal until you realize that it sits atop a massive supervolcano capable of a magnitude 8 eruption, one of the most powerful types of volcanic events on Earth. Over millions of years, Yellowstone supervolcano has erupted 3 times. Each eruption so huge that it created a caldera, a giant volcanic crater. The most recent massive eruption occurred approximately 640,000 years ago. These eruptions shaped not only Yellowstone's landscape, but also had global climate impacts. Though the supervolcano is currently dormant, scientists constantly monitor it. If Yellowstone erupted again, what do you think would happen to the planet? It's scary stuff, but it's fascinating. Part 15. Canada's coastline is the longest on Earth. When it comes to coastlines, Canada blows every other country out of the water, literally. With a staggering 243,042 km or a little over 151,000 miles of coastlines, it holds the title for the longest coastline in the world. This massive measurement includes not just the mainland, but also the shores of its thousands of offshore islands from the icy Arctic to the Atlantic and Pacific oceans. To put that into perspective, it's over 4 times longer than Indonesia's coastline and 12 times longer than China's. Canada's epic coastline doesn't just win in length, though. It also supports countless ecosystems, marine species, fishing, communities, and some of the most breathtaking coastal views on the planet. That's amazing. Part 14. The museum so big it has its own dinosaur army. Right in the heart of New York City, there's a museum so massive it could take days to explore. And you still wouldn't see everything. It's called the American Museum of Natural History, and it's often considered one of the largest museums of its kind in the world. And here's where it gets crazy. With over 32 million specimens, from towering dinosaur skeletons and ancient human fossils to meteorites and giant whales, this place is like walking through a time machine. And it doesn't just show history, it brings it to life. Spanning 26 interconnected buildings, the museum is also home to cutting-edge research, planetarium, and exhibits that feel like movie sets, which, by the way, they've been it's definitely not just a museum. It's an adventure in every direction. And if you love museums, this one has gotta be on your bucket list. Part 13. 3 waterfalls, 1 roaring wonder. 3 waterfalls, 1 roaring wonder. The secret behind Niagara. You've definitely heard of Niagara Falls, but did you know it's not just one waterfall? It's actually made up of 3 separate falls. The Horseshoe Falls, the American Falls, and the Bridal Veil Falls. Located right between Lake Erie and Lake Ontario, Niagara sits on the border of the United States and Canada. It is one of the most powerful waterfalls in the world. Every second, over 3,000 tons of water plunge down the cliffs, creating a roar you can hear from miles away. Beyond its natural beauty, Niagara Falls is a hydroelectric electric powerhouse supplying energy to millions. It's also been the backdrop for daring stunts, weddings, and films, proving that nature doesn't just impress, it performs. Have you ever felt the mist of Niagara Falls? If not, would you dare to go on a boat ride beneath it? Part 12. The giant plateau that was sliced open by a river. In the southwestern United States lies a massive highland called the Colorado Plateau, the largest plateau in North America, spanning parts of Utah, Arizona, Colorado, and New Mexico. This rocky wonderland is famous for its colorful deserts, towering mesas, and deep canyons. And here's the most jaw-dropping part. It's been cut in half by the Colorado River, carving out one of the planet's most iconic natural features, the Grand Canyon. Over millions of years, the river sliced through layers of ancient rock, exposing a 2-billion-year-old geological timeline. The Colorado Plateau isn't just wide either, it's wildly dramatic. With its surreal landscapes and earth-splitting canyons, it feels more like a movie set than real life. And yet, it's been quietly shaping North America's story for eons. Part 11. The secret sea gateway between 2 massive waters? Tucked between Florida and Cuba lies a narrow stretch of water with a powerful purpose, the Straits of Florida. It may not look like much on a map, but this strait is a vital connector between the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, you heard it right. Every day, massive ocean currents pass through here, forming part of the Gulf Stream, one of the most important systems regulating Earth's climate. And it's also a major shipping route with countless vessels crossing through its deep blue waters. But beyond trade and tides, the Straits of Florida have shaped history, from pirates and explorers to migration and geopolitics. It may just be a sliver of sea, but its influence stretches across continents. How cool is this small strip of water? Part 10. The secret underwater supermarkets feeding millions off the coast of Newfoundland and Nova Scotia. 2 underwater plateaus, the Grand Bank and Goro Bank, form some of North America's richest fishing grounds. These vast shallow areas are like underwater supermarkets teeming with fish, shellfish, and marine life. Did you know that? Let us know in the comments. The mixing of cold and warm ocean currents creates ideal conditions for plankton, which feed the entire food chain. For centuries, these banks have supported massive fishing industries, providing seafood for millions around the world. Who knew that right around the corner? There's your seafood grocery. Part 9. Why Cuba is the world's sweetest island. When you think of Cuba, you might picture classic cars and vibrant music. But did you know it's also called the Sugar Bowl of the world? That's because Cuba is one of the largest producers of sugarcane on the planet. Sugarcane thrives in Cuba's warm tropical climate and fertile soil, making the island a powerhouse in sugar production for centuries. The sweet crop has shaped Cuba's economy, culture, and even history from colonial times to modern days. So next time you enjoy something sweet, remember there's a good chance it started its journey in Cuba's sugarcane fields. Part 8. The island that peels its way to global fame. It's all about and sunshine. Pause now. Can you guess which city this is? But there's another reason this island stands out. It's a major player in banana production, and it's Jamaica. Bananas are one of Jamaica's top agricultural exports, supplying fruit to markets all around the world. The island's warm climate and rich soil create the perfect environment for growing bananas, which have become a vital part of Jamaica's economy and daily life, culture, cuisine, and even folklore. From small farms to large plantations, banana cultivation supports thousands of farmers and workers. Part 7, Tornado Alley, where storms are born. Think about the sky turning a sickly green, winds howling like a freight train, and within minutes, a swirling column of destruction touches down out of nowhere. Welcome to Tornado Alley, a stretch of the central United States, where nature shows off its most violent temper. This region spans parts of Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, and South Dakota. And it's not just a random patch of land, it's a collision zone, where warm, humid air from the Gulf of Mexico smashes into cold, dry air from Canada in the Rocky Mountains with a twist of scorching heat from the southwest. And you know what that makes? Meteorological dynamite. The result is supercell thunderstorms, giant rotating storms that can spin out tornadoes with terrifying speed and strength. In Tornado Alley, the atmosphere doesn't just change, it explodes. Let us know. Have you ever seen a tornado in person? Or would you ever dare to actually chase one? Part 6. Why Mexico City is literally sinking? What if your city was slowly collapsing beneath your feet and no one could stop it? Well, that's exactly what's happening in Mexico City. The real culprit lies beneath the surface. It's an over-reliance on underground water. You see, the city was built on an ancient lake bed, and for decades it's pumped billions of gallons of water from the aquifer below to meet the needs of its massive population. Some parts of Mexico City are sinking by as much as 5,900 per year, faster than any major city on Earth. Streets crack, buildings tilt, and infrastructure strains under the shifting ground. I mean, would you live in a city that's vanishing inch by inch? Part 5. The invisible line that divides two giants. Okay, ready to have your minds blown? Beyond the watery borders, if you looked at a map of North America, you'd see a mostly straight line separating the US and Canada. That line, it mostly follows the 49th parallel north. And it may just look like a number, but this line represents one of the longest undefended borders in the world, stretching over 5,000 miles long. Today, this invisible boundary passes through forests, plains, lakes, and even tiny border towns, splitting some streets between two nations. It's a quiet but powerful line that shapes geography, politics, and daily life in North America. Would you even notice if you crossed it? Part 4. Once upon a time, an industrial powerhouse. Most people get this one wrong. Let's see if you do too. Tucked between the Mississippi River and the Atlantic Ocean, used to lie one of the largest industrial regions in the entire world. And it's right in the US. This region helped build America's economic strength and continues to power industries from automobiles and steel to chemicals and electronics. Cities like Chicago, Detroit, Pittsburgh, and New York became industrial giants thanks to nearby rivers, raw materials, and easy transport routes. This industrial corridor transformed the United States into a global manufacturing leader, and even today, it's still a hub of production and innovation. So the next time you see a product labeled Made in the USA, there's a good chance it came from this powerhouse region, quietly driving the engine of one of the world's largest economies. Part 3. The hidden giant beneath Mexico. What if the largest pyramid on Earth wasn't in Egypt, but hidden beneath a grassy hill in Mexico? In the city of Puebla stands the Great Pyramid of Cholula, the biggest pyramid by volume ever built. It's so massive the Spanish didn't even recognize it as a pyramid when they arrived. Instead, they built a church right on top, completely unaware. They were placing it on top of an ancient wonder. For centuries, the pyramid stayed buried in plain sight, its secrets hidden beneath layers of earth and vegetation. Only modern excavation was able to reveal the truth. This was not a hill. It was a 2,300-year-old architectural giant with miles of tunnels and untold stories. Egypt may have the fame, but Mexico holds the volume record. So now the question is, how many more lost wonders are still hiding in plain sight? Part 2. The Great Blue Hole, Beezus. Oceanic wonder. Have you ever heard of a giant underwater sinkhole so massive it's visible from space? Meet the great Blue Hole, one of Biza's most jaw-dropping natural wonders. This marine sinkhole stretches over 300 meters wide and plunges 125 meters deep, creating a deep blue circle that's both mysterious and mesmerizing. Formed thousands of years ago during repeated glacial periods, it was once a limestone cave before the sea levels rose and flooded it. Today, it's a world-famous diving spot where explorers encounter crystal clearer waters, stunning stalactites, and unique marine life. And the great Blue Hole isn't just beautiful, it's a window into Earth's ancient geological history. So next time you look at a map of the Caribbean, ask yourself, how many more hidden marbles like this lie just beneath the waves waiting to be discovered? Part 1. This lake will shock you. When people hear the word lake, they usually imagine something you can swim across or paddle around in a kayak. But Lake Superior is on a whole different level. It's the largest freshwater lake in the world by surface area, sitting on the border between Canada and the United States. This lake is so massive. How big is it? Big enough to hold all the other Great Lakes, plus 3 more Lake Eries, and even bigger than some countries like the Czech Republic. Lake Superior is part of the Great Lakes system, and it's known for its cold, deep waters and shipwreck legends like the Eden Fitzgerald. It's not just a lake, it's a freshwater giant that looks and feels like an inland ocean. Still think it's just another body of water? Well, think again. This one deserves a spot on your travel bucket list. All right, thanks for joining me today. So, you gotta tell me which one of these facts amazed you the most. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want more updates, make sure to subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell icon so you don't miss any videos and get notifications on time. We'll see you in the next